Alright, so as we look at the next problem, uh, there is one little typo that we're going to fix. It says the factor, and so we don't need this to equal 0. So since we're just going to assume that this is one of the factors of this expression, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that 5, what makes this 0, and we're going to use synthetic division to figure out what to do next, to figure out the other factors. So again, you want to pause the video, you want to try it on your own first. If you don't remember how to do it, then watch the first one and make sure you pause the second one. Alright, so let's do our synthetic division. Now these numbers, the 1, these are just the coefficients, so -2, -20, 10, and 75. And so now we bring the 1 down, and now we multiply. 1 times 5 is 5, and now we add. -2 and 5 makes 3. 3 times 5 is 15. -20 plus 15 is -5. -5 times 5 is -25. -15. -15 times 5 is -75. -75. And so we get 0. And that's what we'd expect because this is a factor of it. And so now we're going to rewrite it. So now right now this is x minus 5. That's from this. Now we'll rewrite this one. So this was x to the 4th, so we go 1 less. It's going to be x cubed plus 3x squared minus 5x minus 15. And so now we want to look at this and see, can we keep factoring? So it doesn't have a GCF, so let's see if we can cut it in half and factor by grouping. So as you look at these two, what do they have in common? So you take out the x squared, and we're left with x plus 3. You look at these, what do they have in common? So you take out a -5, and you're left with x plus 3. And since these are the same, x plus 3 and x plus 3, that means we can group them. And so now we get x squared minus 5. So we're taking the x squared and the minus 5 and grouping them together. And the x plus 3 we just write once. Now be careful, don't forget we had this x minus 5 up here, so you got to bring that down also. And now look at the x squared minus 5. Could you factor that? And you couldn't factor that. This would need to be a perfect square, a 9 or a 16 to factor. And so this is as far as we can go with factoring. Alright, let's look at the next example. So this would be a good one to pause, try it on your own, then check your answer. So we need to fix this. We're just going to factor. This is one of the factors. So we'll do our synthetic division again. Take the coefficients, 1, and -3, -9, -3, -10. Now if there was one of the degrees missing, you just put a 0, but we have them all. 4, 3, 2, 1, none, so we're good. So now let's just do our synthetic division. Bring the 1 down, and now we multiply. 1 times 5, 2, 2 times 5, 10, 1 times 5, 2, 2 times 5, 10. So we get a 0, and that's what we would expect. So now rewrite your factor over here, x minus 5. And so now we'll write this. This was x to the 4th, so these are going to be the coefficients. We start with an x cubed plus 2x squared plus x plus 2. So now we're going to rinse and repeat. We're going to go back and see, can I factor this? You want to look first, does it have a GCF? It's It doesn't. We have 4 terms. Let's see if we can group it. So here we can take out an x squared. We'll be left with x plus 2. Here we can take out a positive 1 and get x plus 2. You have to take something out. So you see the x plus 2, you see the x plus 2, but you need something here to group it. That's why we take out a 1. And so this becomes x squared plus 1, x plus 2, and bring this down, x minus 5. So now we want to look at the x squared plus 1, but since it's a plus, we can't factor it, and so we are done.